Hi pals, it's me, Artie, they them pronouns only, and today's video, when I'm done fiddling around with my pyjama shirt, thank you very much. Today's video is talking about the queer headcanon pairings that had far more chemistry than the canon heterosexual pairings in TV shows and films. Again, this is a series that can go on and on and on, so this is just my starting list. Of course, when I came up with this idea, I forgot every single show I've ever watched in my entire life, including every single film I've ever watched in my entire life. So I had to outsource some ideas from a few friends, but they are, yeah, pretty much, I've included the ones from films, TV shows that I have personally watched and that I agree with, so there are lots of options for these things, but you know, we'll just get on. I'll start with a pretty obvious one. We're talking Gilmore Girls, duh. So I have a pretty clear headcanon of like Rory and Paris. So much more chemistry than either of them had with any man ever on that show. I don't even like Rory that much, especially like after watching a lot of analysis videos. The first watch through, I liked her a lot, I related to her a lot. Watched through it again, I was like, oh. But those two would make such a good pairing. And of course we all know that I'm a Dean and Jess stan. More chemistry than literally they have with any other character. Moving on to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Thank you very much, Lily, for reminding me of this show. Okay, I am, within canon, a Buffy and Spike shipper, okay? But Buffy and Faith, and then like Spike and Xander have like a little, you know? But also, like, we deserve so much more Faith. Faith was so hot. Faith was so hot. We deserved more Faith. I'm here for gays doing wrongs. We're dipping into my my weeb era from over 10 years ago. With Naruto, of course, Naruto and Sasuke. The fact that they both ended the series heterosexually. They kissed. They literally kissed in like the first episode, my dude. Like, you're telling me? No. Obviously I have a lot of other headcanons that are gay within Naruto, but I don't think many of them had any basis. They were just because I felt like it. A lot of people agreed though, you know, like Kakashi and Iruka. A rare pairing of mine is Shikamaru and Kiba. If you know of any good fanfiction, link it in the comments. Link it in the comments. I finally found an old fanfiction that I loved and read maybe when I was in my early 20s of Kiba and Shikamaru on fanfiction.net, which for some reason you can't access it by searching the site. You have to search the fanfiction on Google and go that way. You can't just enter the site, or I don't know. The site is dysfunctional, doesn't really work, but it's it's been censored. It's been censored for some reason to do with the site, I guess, apparently, and I'm here like, I literally just read one of the filthiest fanfictions on the same site and it's still there. Why has this been censored? Confusion. So, but either way, drop your favourite Kiba Shikamaru fanfictions down below, thanks. Also open to Kakashi and Iruka fanfictions as well. We love our dads. Also, I've got to give a mention to Fruits Basket and Oran High School Host Club, you know? So, Oran High School Host Club, like, that show is literally just real life not real life fan fiction, but like within the plot, they are basically real life fan fiction for girls at their school. So like, it's kind of always gay. Everyone's kind of gay, but like, I can really see, I could see something between Tamaki and Hikaru, who are both like the main guys pining for Haruhi, but also like polyamory, anyone? This is my answer for every pairing. I'm like, but I like this person with multiple people. I'm like, polyamory. And then Fruits Basket is Kyo and Yuki, because come on, these men just have so much. I don't even like Yuki, but they are a far better pairing than whoever the main character is, who I've forgotten because I haven't seen this show in a long time. Stranger Things. I know Will is gay, but Will and Mike, I think. But for more of a stretch, 11 and Max, I think, would have been a really great pair, you know? And then like, I'm pretty sure that Steve is shipped with like everyone. And I also shipped Steve with everyone. I ship him with Billy. I kind of ship him with whoever Will's older brother is. I've forgotten his name, didn't make a note. Sorry. And then Eddie, but I've not seen that season. And I probably will never see that season because of Netflix's bullshit right now. Steve is like, he's a man's man in like a gay way, you know? Of course I was reminded of Sherlock. I've not really ever seen any or many mainstream Sherlock Holmes things. I've seen a couple. I've seen a few of the films. Was it like Robert Downey Jr. played Sherlock Holmes in a few films? But like pretty much every creation of Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock and Watson are gay. These men are gay. These men are also neurodivergent. Maybe that should be my next project, is a rewrite of Sherlock Holmes but gay. And who should I be? Should I be the Sherlock Holmes or should I be the Watson? I did have a friend at one point who I was the Watson to their Sherlock, so maybe, who knows? Through a few random Grey's Anatomy ones, like they're really old. They are really old. But like George and Alex Karev, I could see something there, you know? And also like a little bit of Izzy and Christina. Like anybody who has like tension, anyone who's like kind of enemy/frenemies, I'm down. Or the other side of like my shipping sit is like friends to lovers vibes. So with, speaking of Friends, their TV show Friends, I think that show could have been so much more fun and better if I was in charge. You know, we know Chandler was supposed to be gay. We know. And we know that Matthew Perry is kind of a homophobe for his reactions to Chandler supposedly having, you know, been gay. He was very not chill. But Chandler and Joey, chef's kiss, friends to lovers, best friends to lovers. I've also just realised that this particular pairing is kind of like my new ideal of like real life me, what I'm looking for. Because yeah, in my rewatches I kind of relate to Chandler a little bit too much. You know, hero as a coping mechanism, quirky, depressed, mentally ill, quirky vibes, you know. Sarcastic and always angry
And then, like, just the perfect himbo husband, Joey, who is just always doing his best. And his best is looking pretty and being kind, you know?
But also I have another polyamorous ship of including Rachel. Because I think Joey and Rachel were such a cute pair. She deserved better. They all deserved better. That show was so bad. I've got a few Spider-Man ones now. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like every Spider-Man is a little bit gay. And they are all definitely neurodivergent. I think they all at least have ADHD. I definitely feel like the original Spider-Man was very autistic. I was rewatching the first film and I'm like, oh, oh, the autism. But the original Spider-Man, I like this, again, a very like out of pocket headcanon, but like the original Spider-Man's Peter Parker and the guy who played Venom, maybe? You know, photographer for the newspaper and reporter, frenemies vibes, and also obviously like actual enemies vibes. They were fighting each other. But you know, I just, the original Spider-Man film, him and MJ are just like so boring. So boring. Give him a boyfriend. Like, give him like somebody else. The Amazing Spider-Man, I feel like the Peter Parker of that one and the Harry Osborn of that one, chef's kiss. Again, I haven't seen these in a while. I don't remember if I like Gwen in that season or not. You know, I'm not really an Emma Stone fan anymore. A lot of her characters are not like other girls' vibes, and I just don't like them. I just don't like them. You know, Gwen as a concept, I like. Gwen in the Spider-Verse ones, I can get on board. I'm not so sure about this Gwen, mostly just because she's played by Emma Stone, so... But like, there was definitely something there between the Peter Parker and Harry Osborn there, you know? I could see that. Also, the guy who played Harry Osborn, Dane something, was literally in Kill Your Darlings and was gay with Daniel Radcliffe. So like, I think I watched that around the same time I watched The Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know.
Also, Andrew Garfield was always trying to make that Spider-Man bisexual, so I think he did it on purpose.
Another very random selection, Lord of the Rings. Obviously, Frodo and Samwise are boyfriends. But also, like, I just think most of them are gay as well. There is definitely a hair on my face. Most of them are gay. Most of them are gay. You cannot tell me otherwise. Those two are boyfriends. But then I know Samwise has a girlfriend or girl he likes back home. Polyamory. I also, like, I can't remember the names. Again, been a while since I watched it. But whoever the elf guy is, and whoever the Prince King man was, I could see them two as like a weird little couple. I also can see Gandalf and who is Frodo's uncle? Bilbo. Yeah, I really don't know where a lot of these choices of film and stuff have come from. I just couldn't remember anything I've ever seen in my life. And everything I have seen, I don't think was super popular recently. Now, I watch a lot of crime dramas. It's not exactly everybody's mainstream cup of tea. But also, I forget everybody's names because most of the people in the plots are so similar. So, yeah, it's a really strange selection. I've got the Karate Kid, the first one, but also like kind of Cobra Kai, that was it. Anyway, yeah, so the first Karate Kid and then like kind of also the Cobra Kai series. Come on, Danny and Johnny are so gay. Especially in the Cobra Kai series. There is so much gay tension. But also, like, there were a few of the younger, like, kid characters in Cobra Kai where I was like, again, you are gay, sir. You are gay. Again, I'll never get to finish that because Netflix is bad. I also had to throw in Legally Blonde because, of course, Elle and Vivian are gay. Everyone Elle is paired with sucks. I know the guy is like fine, who becomes her actual romantic interest in the film later on, but like, come on, her and Vivian, this is gay. And I feel like this might be the most weird choice for me to make for this video of silly gay headcanons with more chemistry, blah blah blah. But I went with American Pie. Like, it's such a cringy, sex-filled film series, show, same. It's like hard to not see it as homoerotic in many ways. And I think Stiffer in the end was canon gay, or at least like bi, because he ends up with a dude, I'm pretty sure. But like, yeah, if we're going with the original cast, Jessica and Vicky should have been friends to lovers. I feel like that's the only show I've seen or film like I've seen in a while where Natasha What's-Her-Face was playing a straight person. And I think that was my first introduction to her as an actress. But then also, I just think most of those main like dudes, the main cast, are just like really gay. They're just all really gay. They would have made better couples with each other than they did with literally any of the women they were paired with in the series of films. The only exception for me is literally, I love ADHD. I don't remember anyone's names. Jim, remember Jim? Michelle, that's it. Jim and Michelle are like my only exception because they're just like, they're so weird. They're so weird, but I love them. They're the one like canon heterosexual ship that I'm like, yeah, okay. Everybody else is just like, are we sure? Oh, I can feel the compulsive heterosexuality, heteronormativity. There we go. I got there eventually. In this room tonight. But yeah, like I said, I literally recently, it's mostly crime or medical dramas that I don't think many people here would know much about. Reality TV, where I don't ship real people. It's weird. And then like occasionally one or two shows or films that I have watched again recently. Like, I rewatched The Matrix, the first film, recently, and I thought I'd seen this film before, but like, I kind of don't remember any of that plot, and I thought I would think that should have been gayer, but honestly, who are these main characters? Neo, and who is the hot woman? Trinity? Neo and Trinity are both just really hot. Like, here is how you get a pass of a heterosexual relationship with me in TV and film. They're both really weird, and they're like a cute weird together. Like, they fit really well because they're so bizarrely strange. Or they're just both really fucking hot in like an edgy way. In like an edgy way. Like, I accept most romantic pairings I see Sandra Bullock with, you know? Like, she usually gets really hot dudes as her like counterparts. I watched that film recently with Channing Tatum and Daniel Radcliffe. Channing Tatum is her love interest. Incredible. The Proposal, Ryan Reynolds, incredible. There was that one weird film where it was Ben Affleck. And Ben Affleck? I always get that wrong. And whilst I don't really like him, he's hot. you know? I'm like, yes, I accept this. This is fine. I'm gonna look at her IMDb just to like prove it to you. There was that one film where her love interest was Hugh Grant. I get it. Obviously Miss Congeniality. Don't remember what that man's name was, but he was hot in the first film. And she didn't really have one in the second film, which I appreciated. You know, we appreciate less main character bullshit.
Okay, but I don't know why this didn't occur to me sooner, but literally her opposite in this, what is her name? Sam Fuller. Literally her and Sam Fuller, Gracie and Sam, are like such an iconic duo. And I know I thought this when I watched these films originally, that these two would make a great gay pair, so I'm so sorry that I didn't say this sooner, but here we go, I'll say it now.
Lake House, Keanu Reeves. That one where the one where she accidentally pretends to be some unconscious guy's girlfriend, and then falls in love with his brother. He was cute. What's the witch one? The Lake House was after Miss Congeniality 2? I don't believe you. She looks so old in Miss Congeniality 2. What? I think the Lake House was in the 90s. Yeah, I liked both of the pairings in Practical Magic. Very sad that obviously her first love dies. So, you know, I thought I'd seen a lot of Sandra Bullock films. Looking at her IMDb, I have not. I am a fake fan. Fake fan. Well, pretty much all the ones I've seen where she has a romantic pairing, I'm there for it, you know? Anyway, so that was my little video talking about the queer headcanon pairings that had more chemistry than the canon pairings. You're welcome. Tell me yours down below. Suggest or mention films and TV shows. Maybe I'll include it in the next one if I remember. But yeah, that's the video this week. We're having a silly goofy time here this summer. Like the video, leave comments down below, helps the algorithm, subscribe if you want to see more from me. Yeah, we're just having a fun, silly, goofy time for a while. I don't have the capacity to be serious. Anymore. I'm on holiday. This is my holiday pajama outfit, you know? I'm becoming a pajama girly. I'm starting to see some pajama sets. I'm like, yeah, I could get on board. So I'm getting on board. Anyway, that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.